Hey guys, it's Krishanti with Krishanti.com, bringing you weekly videos about psychic development and spiritual and personal growth. So if you're into these topics, come on over and subscribe because I'm here every week and I'd love to see you here too. And this week's topic is all about the heart chakra and just how powerful it is when you start to drop down into your heart and relate to the people in your life from an open heart-centered space. And to be honest with you, my heart space was not fully opened for a long time because, as I've talked about in other videos, my mother died of cancer when I was 15, and she suffered for 5 long years before she died. And so my heart hurt, and I spent a good long time, about 10 years after that, not believing in God or in anything divine, because I prayed when I was a little girl constantly for someone, God, to save her, to ease her suffering so she wasn't in so much excruciating pain. And she still suffered and she was still in pain. So my heart space closed, and I didn't know how to open it. I didn't know that it was important to open it, anything like that. It wasn't until I got into all the spiritual work and the psychic development and all of that that this became more prevalent. But what I've noticed is that when people are conflicted, now myself and my friends and clients that I work with, when people have troubles with other people, with the way that they behave, the way that they treat us, the things that they do, the things that they don't do, that's an invitation to shift gears from being in the head space or being in the solar plexus chakra, which is about personal will, moving into the heart center and releasing, this is challenging, but releasing our need for them to be a certain way, and seeing them and really seeing them, viewing them, interacting with them through our hearts instead of our egos. And that for some people is easy. I think for a lot of people it's not, especially when we're talking about people that really do hurtful things, or it's like are intentionally being unkind. You know, people tell me their darkest secrets and stories, and I hear what people do to one another, and some things are very challenging to forgive. However, as you know, they talk about forgiveness really liberates you. It's not about saying it's okay for the other person to be who they are or to behave in terrible ways, but if you forgive them, you can just kind of release it for yourself. But working with the heart space shifts everything. And I'm still kind of in the beginning stages of it, but when I do my channeling work every day, I go up into the higher realms and I get energy, I receive energy healings, and I get information. And I got this beautiful channeled energy healing that I made into a meditation that you can find on my website. It's called the Heart Healing Meditation with the Flower of Light, which is a sacred geometric symbol. It's 3D. It's not like the flat flower that you see. I have it on the homepage of my website. But what happened in that meditation was so profound that I knew I wanted to make it into something to share with all of you. But it sort of like activates your heart space. And when that heart space is activated, that's all you have to do is think about your heart being open. If you do the meditation, you don't necessarily need to, but it's a tool that I created that I hope will help. The heart actually starts to just open on its own, and that's what you want to have happen. So then let's say you're in a conflict or you're upset with someone, and you would have continued saying angry things or whatever, and all of a sudden your heart just takes over and you shift and click and love flows. And when it comes to true love, it doesn't need to be returned. We in our human consciousness so believe that, like, I'm only going to give what you're going to give back to me. And if you're going to be mean to me, I'm not going to love you. We're taught that in therapy, right? Like, why love someone that's like mean to you? However, this is different. This is like the ability to love and let go, and to love without needing anyone to change. And in so doing, you automatically cultivate a deeper and greater love for yourself that makes you even more strong and able to let that love flow without needing it in return. Oftentimes it does come back in return, maybe not from that person that is bothering you, but in other ways. Or maybe that person softens and stops being as difficult. But it's something I think we all deal with, and I wanted to just share that with you because it's definitely helping me, and I'm telling everybody about that. And on that note, check out that heart healing meditation with the flower of light, because it's a channeled energy healing. It's at krishanti.com. But I also wanted to tell you about a resource that has helped me immensely. I've talked about in other videos. I think even like a couple of years ago, I've been talking about it. Oren and Daben, who are some of my favorite beings, that they're channeled and so profound and wise. They have a book called Soul Love, and that's what I've been practicing to open up the heart space. I wanted to be clear that I'm not like, taking what they offer. So when I went up to the higher realms and got this channeled thing, it's very different than what they teach in the Soul Love book, because I deeply respect them, and I deeply believe in people, not plagiarizing and stuff. But if you want to go further, check out Soul Love, because it's good. It helps in other ways as well, activate the heart center. So those are two things that you can try. And let me know, let us all know in the comments below what your experiences are with forgiveness, and if it has helped you, and if coming from a place of love and understanding has helped in those difficult relationships that I think pretty much all of us on the earth have to deal with at some point or another in our lives. So that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.